This is Joe with Providence Construction, and I want to explain to you how I painted our subfloor. Okay, for us, painting our subfloor is a stopgap measure that's temporary until we can afford floors, since we built our house for cash. With that being said, they look a lot better than they did when they were just primed, and they look a lot better than they did when they were just bare wood, and they're much more durable now. First step, hammer in any nails that are sticking out. Whenever you nail subfloor down, a lot of times there will be a nail head that's either flush or slightly raised, and if you knock it down, then it'll create a small divot, and that's pretty much what you want. The next thing that we did was we made sure the floor was very clean, vacuumed it, mopped it, even though it was just wood, and then we primed it. And I can't say to use a particular primer. We used Zinsser 123 and it worked very well. The better the primer you use, the better the quality of finish you'll have at the end. Don't use the cheap PVA primer for drywall. That will not work. You need to use a good primer. After it was primed, we went in and we caulked all the gaps and we caulked all of the inset nail heads. This made a semi-smooth surface. If you want a totally smooth flooring or flooring for your subfloor, something like concrete or vinyl or something like that, this is not the tutorial for you. This is a way to protect your feet and the subfloor that you have. You can get to a perfectly smooth floor where you pour self-leveler and all that, and by the time you do that, it's much more expensive than just buying a floor. This is like, you know, a couple of gallons of paint, and it'll last a year or 6 months or however long it takes for us to get flooring. This is not like you're gonna have a perfectly smooth floor for the rest of your life. As far as the paint goes that we used and what I would recommend using, because it worked really well, it wasn't too expensive, and the coverage was very good and it dries very fast, I would use PPG Breakthrough. You can buy it at some Home Depots, but you can always buy it at the PPG stores. And I went to the PPG store and I asked my friend that works there, hey, what should I use on my floors? And he said, well, we have floor and porch paint, but really you should use Breakthrough. You can see the dry time on Breakthrough is 15 to 20 minutes. You can recoat in 1 hour, coverage up to 400 square feet, and cleanup is soap and water cleanup. This is a water-based product, so it doesn't really smell too bad. It's very hard when it dries. I mean, we painted our floor, waited about an hour, slid furniture across it without a problem. It was great. PPG Breakthrough.